Ciarán, and Leader, I would like to support Senator O'Loughlin in her calls for fertility legislation and also her calls in relation to women of honour. But this House needs a debate, Leader, on the treatment of women in this country. You can decide whether it's the Minister for Justice or Equality that needs to be here for it, but it needs to happen now. Like many in the House, I've been following the horrific treatment of one of our Irish sportswomen, Kellie Harrington, by the media over the past 24 hours. Having been invited on to Newtalk's Off the Ball radio show to promote women's participation in sport, she was, in her own accurate words, hung out to dry by a presenter who used his time to grill her on whether or not she was correctly towing the Progressive Party line. Kellie rightly refused to engage with this because she knew that if she put even one foot wrong regarding the issue of immigration, that which must not be discussed, the media would tear her to shreds. And boy, they have proved her right. Because, of course, she committed the worst crime of all, wrongthink. We don't know what Kellie's opinions are on immigration or trans-identifying persons in sports, nor do we have the right to demand them from her. She's a boxer, not a politician. Her apparently scandalous deleted tweet said that it was very, very sad that a 12-year-old French girl had been sexually assaulted, mutilated, strangled, and her body stuffed into a suitcase. What is wrong with saying that? But even if she does hold the taboo opinions that one, biological males should not compete against women in sport, and two, year after year of unprecedented levels of uncontrolled migration into the country is unsustainable and will have negative knock-on effects, so what? These are views shared by massive portions of our population. But words are one thing, violence is quite another. Despite the efforts of many on the left to conflate the two in order to control speech and silence dissent. Women's rights promoter Kellie J. Keane was recently assaulted in a Let Women Speak event in New Zealand on Saturday. Counter-protesters in the form of radical trans activists threatened and attacked attendees, and an additional event was cancelled due to credible threats on Kellie's life. She is coming to Ireland to speak on April the 15th. We're taking a 2-week holiday from Thursday, so we need to prep now. What plans does the Minister have to ensure the physical well-being of women and their children who will be protected or will they be protected at that event? Has he or the Garda Commissioner assessed the need for personal security arrangements for Kellie J? Does the government think that the women of Ireland are worthy of protection? If so, we need to talk about it, and it should happen here and now. So, Leader, I would welcome if you could urgently call the Minister for Justice in, because this particular protest might turn into something rather nasty, and we do not want that to happen. Thank you.
Senator Keogan spoke this morning about the treatment of women, and she's raised issues surrounding Kellie Harrington. I didn't hear the interview. I'm aware of it just from online, but I didn't actually hear the debate. But I do think you raise an important point that everybody is entitled to their views and to have opposing views and have different opinions once they're articulated. I think in a respectful way there should be no difficulty with that. But certainly there is I think a restricting space to have an opposing view on certain issues, and that's not good, I think, for public discourse and public debate. Everyone should feel free and comfortable and safe in expressing their views once they're done in a respectful way. So, as I said, I didn't hear the interview, but take on board the points you've made. And you mentioned also, Senator, Kellie J. I'm not aware of that individual for an event in Dublin. I don't think it would be a matter for the Minister for Justice to speak about a specific event, but certainly if there were safety concerns, the Gardaí should be alerted by the event organisers, and it would be a matter for the local Gardaí to respond on that particular issue. But as I said, I'm not aware of the event, only for what you've said in the House today, but just to wish the organisers well and hope that the event goes off in a safe manner and the people are able to attend as they wish. All attendees can attend safely.